It's Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. Today was the day my son and I miraculously saw two different assortment of birds that normally we don't see, especially on the walk to school. In that area, there's certainly not on our footpath those types of, I think that's called fauna. Fauna or flora, fauna I believe is what it's called. I'm just here, and all of a sudden I had to rewind the television spot for a moment. I watched CBS this morning. I didn't make any note particularly of anybody. There was some mention of some guy who, not Magic Johnson, but another guy who says something about magic, brought me to a conclusion of the installation. Not only is personal transportation a dangerous, I had this conversation with a man by the name of Ron London, who wrote a book about the automobile and the history of the automobile. I said, Ron, when there was a train, there were train stops, there was a schedule. It was easier for Homeland Security to keep tabs on who should be traveling and who was in certain areas without permission and up to no good, trying to hurt the innocent people that don't know of evil from everywhere. The fact that humans took it upon themselves to manufacture these personal transport pods and vehicles that can go anywhere, regardless of whether people want them or not, is the most ostentatious, flamboyant excess and complete disregard for others' civil and personal and human freedoms. You took away everybody else's freedoms by allowing the automobile and the vehicle to just, and then on top of that, they introduced and pushed for their voice to rent space in your head for free, which humans call music, to get their voice, their sound, their message in front, as second-class citizens, no less. I don't know why first-class citizenry just didn't shut the automobile industry down completely. I guess it's been quite a daunting task. But now that they have this personal freedom of personal transport, they go everywhere and anywhere, and they've gotten this very cocky, like, look at everything we've accomplished, look at how much we've contributed. It's like, I've watched the profiles on television. I've made some notes. I see just how prideful you all are in all the criminality that you've invested in, took part in, and expanded upon, while completely disregarding the health, safety, and welfare of the innocent. It's been noted. So now, here we are in a little more notation. The morning show went off. The man himself sat in a room with all of his life effects and awards and whatever in his own personal home, which, whatever, it's your personal home. However, when it leaves that personal home and starts teleporting into other people's lives, it's a little hard to completely ignore just how much contribution in stealing personal freedoms has gone on, and just how disrespectful and disregarding the FERREL, which is what I feel like I'm at the moment. I don't like to be called so, but if I'm a cat, I really feel like a feral cat. I feel like the emperor penguin, that my egg was supposed to be transferred to his feet, and he was supposed to hug me and keep me safe until my egg hatched and I became his chick, in whatever way that was supposed to look. Since that's been disrupted, it's just so obvious who has taken all of the emperor penguin's ability and caused this very feral reaction. I'm not proud of it. It's just what is. Now, Pandora, there's some box reference. I'm not really quite sure. I've heard the sound. I don't know what it means. I didn't get a full explanation.
Together with a holiday gift from Pandora Jewelry.
I just know it's not a good thing to open Pandora's box.
New York is the greatest city on earth. The toughest, loudest, proudest. Here's our shot at making it the healthiest, too. Because of COVID-19, everyone needs to show proof of vaccination at work. Safe and free. Get your vaccination or booster today. A fully vaccinated workforce makes a healthier workplace.
Chevy is taking people lots of places.
Now, these are not my messages. On this TV, it says that New York City is the loudest, the proudest, the... Right, yeah, no, I get that you guys are, but you're using colors that don't belong to the messenger network that's portraying. It's getting really messy in quantum entanglement of who's on what side and what all the color patches now mean, because some of us have had our voices stolen, almost like if I'm the Princess Ariel looking for Prince Eric, and Ursula is New York City, has totally stolen my voice. It makes it very difficult to speak to Prince Eric directly in a manner for which he's used to being addressed and for which he needs to know things quietly and privately.
Places this holiday.
We're going swimming!
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going to Nana.
Let your Chevy dealer take you there with Chevy Red Tags, where the price you see is the price you pay.
Happy holiday from Chevy.
Find new places, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers may also be eligible to get 0% financing.
Okay, so it says right here, filmed with the support of the New York State Governor's Office of Motion Pictures and Television Development. New York State of Opportunity, Governor's Office, Motion Picture. That's confusing. I mean, it's a good start, but was that Kathy Holt? Now, I know that they planned this ahead of time, so now, is that Kathy Hochul's governor's office? Is she getting a say in changing things that don't match? I want to make sure her voice is heard in the state of New York, because I'm a little concerned. Because I'm not sure if this was under Governor Cuomo in seats that were taken and never seem to have been thought about ever again. It's a little confusing.
New York is the greatest city on earth.
Oh, here's that commercial again.
The toughest, loudest, proudest. Here's our shot at making it the healthiest, too. Because of COVID-19, everyone needs to show proof of vaccination at work. Safe and free. Get your vaccination or booster today. A fully vaccinated workforce makes a healthier workplace.
This is what my picture of the next mayorship looks like.
Because I got a guy. The Caesars Sportsbook app has blackjack, roulette, and so many games that'll make your head spin. I have been in a way to carry a casino around in your pocket, people. In your pocket. I also have been in pockets.
Hi, I'm New Jersey's Health Commissioner Judy Persikilli. This holiday season, let's spread cheer, not COVID. The best thing you can do to stay safe is to get your COVID booster to protect yourself, your family, and your friends.
So now, as a United States, they are portraying the same message. Just they have in New Jersey, which is the state just to the south of me, a different representative, a different messenger, the face of the different messenger, but the message seems to be the same as it is in New York. I don't know who's writing the messages. And there's no way to confirm if she really is. And they're really allowing her to perform as the title that she's on the TV.
Have a safe holiday season.
A tug of war between dog breeders. Next, Judge Judy.
Big box. Okay, I want the curtain. Here we go. Curtain number 3.
This is what the look of the television is. It's game shows, it's sponsors, it's really confusing messages, and nothing is really meat and potatoes actuality of what needs to be done and how to contribute or how to enter safely to participate. And it feels like the message this far into the century has been twisted and been carried forward by sponsors, by insurance houses and companies and gambling casinos and people who think that they contributed to the honeypot of wealth in this country. Meanwhile, what they did was they had a short run, but through a criminal channel that made the world a more dangerous place to live. And now they refuse to take a seat and let the correct people fix the message and the dial and move forward with other partnerships in order to fix some really dangerous other things that are going on, not just surface stuff. That's what it feels like. And that's the message kind of matches that feeling from a 43-year-old who was entered this system in an egg satchel that was to be transferred for certain to an emperor penguin in a little America Antarctic situation, whatever that means in grander esoteric. And she could become his chick. And instead, the story has actually, in actuality, played out very differently. And these are the pictures on the television of the humans profiling themselves in everything they've accomplished and all the crime they've taken part in order to get to this point, which made the world a more dangerous place to live in. And I know cars, the automobile with a radio, there are a lot of different territories that took part in this personal transport investment idea. But there has to be a point where they say enough is enough. We made a mistake collectively, and now we need to move forward and plan for whatever comes next. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It is Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies, Broken. And it is still Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. It's December 21st, 2021.